Right, this question here is an 8 marker. It is for an example you have studied, describe the strategies adopted to cope with the youthful population. So my example is going to be the Gambia. So I'm going to start off here by saying that. So one country that has adopted strategies to cope with a youthful population is the Gambia. Right, so that's a nice starter there. I've just used the words in the question and I'm now going to go to my point. So I'm going to leave a line here, so I'm distinguishing between that, my opening sentence, and my points here. So firstly, one strategy that they have adopted is by providing free contraception. So firstly, one strategy they've adopted is providing free contraception. This in turn reduces the number of births. So with the number of births, there's going to be a lower number of young people. So firstly, one strategy they've adopted is by providing free contraception. This in turn reduces the number of births, decreasing the number of young dependents. So getting a geography word in there. So I've got 1 point. Right, again, done my first point, we're on to my second point here now. Secondly, they inform people through radio messages. Why do they use radio? Because people can't afford TV. So secondly, they inform people through, missed out radio there, radio messages. And now we're going to say, as people can't afford TVs. This again, helps educate people about having less children. So I've got one country that has adopted strategies to cope with the youthful population is the Gambia. Firstly, one strategy they've adopted is providing free contraception. This in turn reduces the number of births, decreasing the number of young dependents. I spelled young wrong there. Secondly, they inform people through radio messages, as people can't afford TVs. This helps educate people about having less children. So I've got 3 points, but as it's an 8 marker, I need to try and think about what another point would be. So, I know it's going to be my last point, I'm going to write lastly. Right, so far I've spent 3 minutes on this, so I've done that quite quick, so I've got a little bit of thinking time. Have I used any evidence? No, I haven't got any evidence in there. So I do need to try and find perhaps some evidence on the dependency ratio in the Gambia, try and think back. Can I get anything else in there? Not sure at the moment, so we probably need to go back and have a little think about that in a sec. Right, need one more point. Lastly, women's rights have been improved. So if the women are more educated and the women have more rights, it means they take more control and they're more likely to think about family planning. So women's rights have been improved. This has resulted in spacing between births and an increased willingness to concentrate on having less children. Perhaps the wording's not great there, but I think we've got the point. Less children. So 3 points, got the Gambia, could get some more facts and figures in here. At the moment I think this is probably a 6, but if you get 6 out of 8, you will get an A star at the end of it.